The Flash issue 68 sees the Trickster ask Cold if in the future he is famous, and if in the 25th century the people know the name James Jesse. Axel arrives, telling James that Kristen and the others are done with their re-education. James says that Axel needs to work on his jokes, as the work they are currently doing in Iron Heights is important. James oversees the villains he has captured, using Copperhead to keep the rogues in line. Soon he goes to see Barry and the other people who are undergoing re-education for not being happy. James says that Barry and the others will take a walk through his happy machine, so pushing them through, Barry suddenly feels happy, confirming that the machine worked to Kristen. As the newly happy people are led away, Barry manages to sneak away, with the machine not having worked on him. Retrieving his costume, Barry thinks about the man Kristen introduced to him and how he should have realized it was the original Trickster. Having survived the happy machine by vibrating through it, the Flash speeds around the jail, knowing that Trickster wouldn't have been able to kidnap everyone in the city and put them through the machine. So how did he do it? Soon he picks up on Cold's radio signal and finds him deep below in a jail. Before he can free him though, Axel attacks, surprising Barry since he thought the boy had died in their last encounter. The young Trickster deploys many of his traps and tricks to try and stop the Flash, saying that he knew he had to join his inspiration James Jesse when he learned about his grand plan. Flash easily stops the traps, demanding to know what James is up to, but Axel is knocked out. Freeing Commander Cold, the hero says that he didn't want Trickster to use his tech, but James stole it and used his force tracking tech to control the Sage Force and control people. Barry thinks that this is the reason Cold called him back to the city, but Commander Cold didn't call him back, James did. Trickster arrives and says that he needed to lure Flash back to the central city and surprise him. Flash says that he hasn't thought of James in years, and the villain says that that's the problem, since years ago he pulled a trick on the devil, and because of that he was forgotten about, and it allowed him to work behind the scenes and set up his greatest trick, which was helped by the new forces in play, specifically the Sage Force. James uses the dangerous Sage Force to take the happiness from Warden Wolf, who tries to attack James after realizing who he is and what he has done. Trickster puts the Sage Force back over him, proving his complete and utter rule over Wolf. He attacks Wolf, ordering him to tell Flash what he did to him. Wolf admits to torturing James for years and using him as a test subject for his prison's security. James said he dated Kristen thanks to her getting transferred to the prison, and using Cold's future tech he channeled the Sage Force all over the citizens of Central City, and because of that he was finally able to make a trick worthy of a comeback. Utilizing his tech, Cold freezes the orb the Trickster tracked him and Flash in, allowing them to escape. Trickster takes his leave, retreating to his lair, but Flash follows, telling him to turn off the Sage Force. Cold isn't so sure that isn't part of Trickster's plan as well, since the Sage Force isn't merely making people happy, but he could be controlling them, and he theorizes that the water vaporizers around the prison are what's delivering the infection through the snow covering the city. James is impressed that they figured it out so quickly, but he shows them the city where the people will do anything to protect their happiness, including a full-scale riot in the streets between each other. Flash leaves Cold to deal with the Trickster while he deals with the people, but he is suddenly frozen by Commander Cold, who has been turned by the Trickster. James electrocutes Flash, knocking him out. Later on, Flash awakens to see James watching his plan unfold, telling Barry that he couldn't just kill, but he could show Central City how fake their happiness is. Flash frees himself from his bonds but falls over, and sitting up, he is shocked to learn that both of his legs have been cut off as Trickster prepares for his next grand trick. The Flash issue 68 was full of surprising things, as Joshua Williamson tied Trickster's story back into the Force Quest as the villain builds towards the finale of his greatest trick. I do love the idea of Barry going at it alone, kind of, with no real help whatsoever, and have to deal with everything himself and not have to worry about where's Kid Flash or where are all these friends that I have that will back me up. Cold's betrayal is quite interesting, and I'm wondering if this is something that will play into the story, or is he going along with Trickster to help the Flash, or is he just merely under the Trickster's spell? I'm very excited for the finale of this arc next issue and what James Jesse will get up to. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.